Some places call to you, they pull at your spirit, whispering on the wind. Chirripó is one of those places, Costa Rica's highest peak, a giant sleeping under clouds. For months I dreamed of this adventure, drawn by stories and photos of its summit. The idea of standing above a sea of jungle and ocean gripped my heart. It was more than a challenge, it was a promise of something unforgettable. The night before, sleep was elusive, my mind already on the trail, imagining the rainforest waking up. This journey wasn't just about reaching the top, it was about pushing my limits and discovering what I was made of. Every adventure starts with a decision, a gut feeling that something amazing is waiting. Answering that call is the first victory. Preparing for Chirripó is serious. The right gear, food, and mindset are essential. Packing my bag became a ritual. Boots, jacket, headlamp, water, snacks, warm layers. You have to be ready for anything: sun, rain, wind, cold. With preparation, fear turns into focus. You're not just a visitor, you're part of the expedition. With my pack ready and heart full of anticipation, the adventure was no longer a dream. The call of Chirripó was loud and clear, a tough climb, breathtaking beauty, and a chance to connect with nature. It was a call to be strong, resilient, and alive. I was ready to answer, ready to step into the wild and embrace everything this journey had to offer. The mountain was waiting, I was on my way to meet it. The adventure had begun. In San Gerardo de Rivas, anticipation fills the air. This is the gateway to Chirripó. The night before the climb, hikers gather in local sodas, sharing stories and tips. We're strangers, but united by a common goal: to face the mountain. I double-checked my gear. Every piece had a purpose. My boots, worn and trusted, would carry me to Costa Rica's roof. My backpack felt like an extension of myself, packed light but smart. High-energy food, nuts, dried fruit, energy bars would fuel the journey. Water is non-negotiable. I packed a large bladder and purification tablets. Layers are essential. The weather can shift from humid valleys to freezing summits. A waterproof jacket, thermal shirt, fleece, and a good headlamp for the pre-dawn push. Gear is your lifeline, trust it, and it will see you through. As I tried to sleep, the jungle's sounds were a wild lullaby. I was on the edge of a vast, untamed wilderness. My mind was calm, preparation was done. All that remained was the walk itself. I closed my eyes, not with worry but with peace. The mountain was waiting. The adventure was about to begin. Tomorrow I'd become part of this incredible landscape. One step at a time. The journey was real. I was ready. The alarm sounded before dawn. The air was cool and crisp. After a quick breakfast and final gear check, I stepped into darkness. The trail began quietly, farmland giving way to the park entrance. At the ranger station, a reminder: respect the park, leave no trace. Past the entrance, the world changed, swallowed by rainforest. Towering trees blocked out the sky. The air was thick with the scent of life. The sounds, a symphony of insects, birds, and rustling leaves, brought the forest alive. The trail climbed, gently at first, then steeper. Legs burned, lungs worked hard in the humid air. This was the first test, physical and mental. Find your rhythm step, breathe, repeat. Focus on the ground, become present in the moment. Occasionally, breaks in the trees revealed stunning valley views, fuel for the spirit. Quick water breaks, handfuls of nuts, and awe at the rainforest scale. You're a small speck in this vast green world, but you're part of it. With every step, you move deeper into its heart. The journey had truly begun. The magic of Chirripó was all around. Every sense was alive. The adventure was real. The rainforest embraced me. I pressed on. The trail is marked by kilometer posts, counting down to the summit. At first they're encouraging. As the climb steepens, they seem impossibly far apart. La Cuesta de los Arrepentidos, the slope of the repentant, lives up to its name. It's long, steep, and unforgiving. Legs ache, shoulders burn, and your mind starts to question everything. This is where you dig deep. The mental battle begins. You versus yourself. Silence the doubt. Remember your purpose. Focus on small victories. The next bend, the next rock, 10 more steps. Break the challenge into pieces. This is how you conquer mountains. The forest offers strength. A blue morpho butterfly. A bird's call, moments of beauty. Pain is temporary. The memory will last. Push on one foot after another, you're stronger than you think. Finally, the sign for kilometer 7, a huge relief. You've conquered the toughest part. Take a break, drink water, eat a real snack. Look back and feel the accomplishment. The hardest part is over. The base camp is within reach, you know you have what it takes. Determination renewed, the mountain tests you but you rise. Onward. After kilometer 7, the landscape transforms. The dense rainforest gives way to cloud forest. Cooler, thinner air, twisted mossy trees, mist swirls, sometimes so thick you can barely see ahead. The jungle's sounds fade, replaced by wind whispering through strange trees. The scenery is magical, the climb almost effortless in this new world. Moss hangs from branches, bromeliads add color and you walk through clouds. Sometimes fog hides everything, sometimes it parts to reveal breathtaking valleys. Higher up the Paramo appears, a high-altitude tropical tundra. Trees vanish, replaced by hardy shrubs and alien-looking plants. Above the tree line the world opens up, immense views, endless ridges. You feel small but free under the vast sky. Watch for the resplendent Quetzal, its colors a gift from the mountain. The journey through cloud forest is a reminder of Earth's diversity. In hours you've crossed multiple ecosystems, each with unique beauty. The transformation is unforgettable. Every step brings new wonder. The mountain reveals its secrets. You're walking through a living dream. The summit feels closer. The adventure continues. After hours of climbing, Crestone's base camp appears, a welcome sight at 3,400 meters. Reaching it is an achievement. You can finally rest. The air is thin and cold, but inside, the lodge is warm and friendly. Basic comforts. Bunk beds, dining area, shared bathrooms, everything you need. Change into dry clothes, savor a hot meal. Food never tasted better. Hikers share stories, united by the struggle and triumph. Outside, Los Crestones' jagged rocks rise dramatically, glowing in the afternoon sun. You explore, acclimatize, and soak in the views. As night falls, the temperature drops, everyone gathers inside. Prepare your day pack for the summit: headlamp, warm layers, water, camera. The plan: wake at 2 a.m. for the final climb. Excitement and nerves fill the air. You go to bed early, feeling the altitude and anticipation. Tomorrow is the final ascent. The summit awaits. Rest is brief, but hope is high. The mountain's peak is within reach. The wake-up call comes in the dead of night, cold and silent. Layered up, day pack ready, you join the line of headlamps outside. The sky is ablaze with stars. The Milky Way arches overhead. The final 5 kilometers are steep and rocky, a silent procession up the mountain. Every step is effort. The altitude makes you breathe deep and slow. You focus on the rhythm, boots crunching, wind blowing, heart pounding. The group spreads out. For moments you're alone with the mountain and the stars. The first hint of dawn glows on the horizon, giving you new energy. The sky shifts from black to blue, then purple and orange. You pick up the pace, racing the sun to the summit. The final scramble over rocks burns your legs, but you're almost there. Anticipation builds with every step. The summit is close. The world is waking. You're about to stand on top of Costa Rica. The moment is near. You pull over the last boulder. Nowhere left to climb. You're on the summit of Cerro Chirripó, 3,820 meters above sea level. Exhaustion and elation mix. You made it. The sun rises, flooding the world with light and warmth. The view is unreal. Pacific on one side, Caribbean on the other, clouds blanketing the valleys, peaks poke through like islands. It's a 360-degree panorama. You sit, silent, taking it all in as the sky shifts from orange to blue. Up here, everyday problems feel small. It's a spiritual experience, connection to earth, sky, and sun. Hikers share hugs, high fives, and quiet smiles. Photos can't capture the feeling, but you try anyway. These memories will last forever. An hour on the summit feels like a lifetime. The descent will be long, but for now, you're on top of the world. You faced Chirripó and won. This victory will stay with you. The descent is a different journey, hard on the knees, but your heart is light. With daylight, you see the trail you conquered in darkness and respect the mountain even more. The pressure is gone. You've achieved your goal. The walk back is time for reflection. This was more than a hike, it was a journey into yourself. You learned your strength, pushed past limits, and faced doubt. These lessons come home with you. Nature's power and fragility inspire a desire to protect wild places. You leave not just as a tourist, but as an ambassador for the wild. Everyone needs an adventure like this, whether it's a mountain, a forest, or a night under the stars. These experiences connect us, challenge us, and remind us what it means to be alive. Thank you for joining this journey. Your support lets me share these stories and inspire new adventures. Go out there, the wild is waiting.